Uzi. That is Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi. That is Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi. That is Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi. That is Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi. That is Uzi. Cooking a dick Uzi.
In honor of May being mental health, I wanted to talk to you about how important it is. And give some positive vibes and words of encouragement. May is Mental Health Month, and I'm telling you, for whatever reason, my vibes, my energy has really been off lately. So I just wanted to come on and talk to you all about that. Unfortunately, in our generation and in my society, a lot of people frown upon therapists or getting help to address your mental illness. And it's so sad because now people are utilizing platforms such as Facebook and Instagram to talk about the things that they're dealing with on a daily basis, thinking that that's at least them relieving themselves, and other people that are watching or viewing this are only judging them. So I had a come into Jesus moment with myself. And one thing that I know is you cannot become a victim of your own circumstances. And when I say that, I mean, I realized that I was in a bad mood because I had a lot going on. The last class that I just ended, I'm in school right now working on my master's degree in human services. And the teacher just wanted a lot of work. And I understand that when you do the school online, they said that you get more work than if you're in class. But I don't like to rely or ask anyone for help. So if being online keeps me at home with my kids a lot more, then that's that. Being able to do school online has afforded me the opportunity to remain at home with my kids and not have to ask anyone. I remember when I first got pregnant, the first thing my mom said to me was, if I decide to help, I will. But it's my choice, it's my decision, you're on your own. And my mom raised me as a single mom. She worked 2 jobs to provide for us. So it was just instilled to me that when I have kids, that they're my kids. So I was fine with that message, that delivery. I got pregnant when I was 24. That's when I had my oldest. And since then, I have a 6-year-old. And we took in Taylor, who is now about to be 7 months old. So I say all that to say, I have a lot going on, and I don't always ask for help. So again, I'm not a victim of my circumstances. It just really made me look at it. I'm really not a victim of my circumstances. It really just made me look in the mirror and say, okay, what do you need to do? Because in life, I just wanted to be great. I wanted to be a good role model to my kids. And I'm doing all of that. But at the same time, I'm spending the little bit of time that I do have from working a full-time job in a bad space and negative energy. You know, like, it's not a good feeling when your kids tell you, oh, we can't never have fun. And I'm just being transparent in this video. But it's like you have 24 hours in a day, and I really try to make the most out of all of that time. And sometimes I'm at the dinner table doing homework with my kids to let them know that I want you to be great. I want you to strive to be great. I don't want you to be at my age trying to achieve or accomplish goals. And just because I'm your mom, I'm not a celebrity or anyone like that was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So I always knew to go extra hard for what I wanted in life. And I have been fortunate enough to be a single mom that has been able to take my kids on different trips. I made it mandatory that every year we're going to go somewhere and experience some things. So that's something that I'm super proud of. But I do realize that I put a lot on my plate because I was trying to break that cycle. I was the first one out of my mother and father's kids to obtain a college degree, and now I'm working on my 3rd degree. So with Mother's Day coming up and May being mental health, I just really wanted to get on here and check myself, number one, and as well try to encourage you all that tough times don't last, and the things that I may have been tough times do not last. Tough people do. And one thing about tough people is people expect you to be tough all the time. And I feel like sometimes I try to live up to this expectation that I myself have created, as well as, I feel like that's what people expect out of me, to be tough, to not show any emotions, to handle everything, to be that go-to person. And I'm at the point in my life that for my own peace of mind, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, I'm not going to be able to not be my best for my kids because I'm trying to get XYZ done. Although it's a great thing to get my assignments done earlier, if I'm not in that headspace to do that, or if I'm already dealing with a lot, I know that I need to take time away from that and just to focus on my kids, which is what I already do. However, like I said, they don't always get the best of me, and I don't want them growing up years later saying, we did all of this, but mommy was always mean. Like, I don't want that. Like, a lot of the memories I have of my mom was of yelling and screaming, and now that I have my own kids, I feel like I sound just like her. So I encourage you all, whoever is mothers, caregivers, aunts, anyone that's that rock for their friends and their family, take time for yourself. Be selfish with your time. You don't owe anyone anything. Be positive. Know that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes the things that you're going through in life is not for you, but for someone else. So if you can share your testimony with someone else, you never know what doors that's going to open or close for somebody that may be going through something. So if you don't get to the root cause of what is affecting your emotions, you're going to ruin relationships. Like I said, I noticed a difference with my kids. You're going to ruin friendships because you're going to figure out what's going on. And if people are not amounting to what you expect, you're going to take it out on them. Like, for example, I always say I don't have a support system. I do everything on my own. I don't ask anybody to do anything. But I'm sure that if I were to call, because I've had to do it in the past, my dad or somebody to help me with the kids or to take the kids for a few hours, that they will be there. So when I would be in these moments to where I'm angry or whatever, I would look like, oh, well, I don't have that kind of help. Nobody helps me. You know what I mean? So if you don't get to the root cause as to what is creating your situation, your problems, you're going to ruin. When I felt overwhelmed in the past, I felt like people didn't care. It was just like more or less like, you'll get over everything that I was experiencing, and I ultimately did, and it really helped build my character and who I am. Me because and I'm a happy, hoping that it's going to show through my kids one day. But that's not the way I was feeling. Mad, angry, just overwhelmed. I'll say I was more so overwhelmed than anything. I didn't want to be bothered because it's like I was getting calls or texts and always looking for a service or for me to provide somebody with something. And at that moment, I didn't want to be that person to them because I didn't have that person for me. And then I felt guilty because somebody needs me and I'm dealing with whatever I'm dealing with. But we're all human. And the fact that I have so much going on, you just have to limit your time and availability to people. And that be something that I said that I was going to start doing was reaching out more if I feel like people are not understanding of my commitments, my time, asking them if they want to help out. Pretty much. It's going to be new for me, but I just hate feeling judged when I'm doing everything. Like, if I can go to school full time, be a mom full time, take care of my household, pick my kids up, drop my kids off, give them a cooked meal every day, what is the excuse of a lot of other people? But again, ladies, we are super women. The fact that, so many people be like, oh, they got a lot of good qualities. Just being a woman sometimes is your superpower, because I don't know how we do it. Like, I was overwhelmed because I didn't know how I was doing it. So thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for more.